Crypto markets have been getting explosive. With altcoins performing beyond some of our wildest dreams, it's safe to say we've entered the more volatile phase of this current bull run. During this alt season, there's more opportunity than ever to make a ton of money. So let's talk about some of the best moonshots that I personally see coming in the near future. If you guys are new, make sure to drop a like and subscribe, and let's get right into it. So the first one we're going to be talking about is Graphlinq protocol. This crypto is very similar to the Graph. I'm sure you guys might have heard of it before, but this one has a catch. While the Graph has a market cap of over $3 billion, Graphlinq protocol has a market cap of only $11 million. That begs the question, what actually is it? Well, this one has an actual use case, and it's an extremely good one. So Graphlinq basically allows you to build on the blockchain without any code whatsoever. It is a no-code protocol that's created for the automation of hundreds of events that occur on-chain and off-chain. I took a look at their white paper, so you didn't have to, and they explained it quite well. They said that in our current blockchain world, we lack a simple interface to monitor our blockchains and the information attached to them without having special coding skills. They basically believe that crypto has reached an impasse, and honestly, I think it has too. Because if you're an average investor like myself, who cares more about really the asset than the science behind crypto, you've probably noticed something. And that's, of course, that cryptocurrency is hard. I mean, it is really hard. I mean, to fully understand, even if you're a seasoned investor, without being a master's degree in coding, there's a lot of technical data and a lot of stuff you got to wrap your head around that the stock market doesn't have. So it's very different than gold or trading any other asset, Forex. There's nothing that is even remotely similar to what crypto has to offer in that sense. So Graphlinq is trying to create a solution. If you're not a crypto nerd and have no idea what their white paper means and what their website is saying, thankfully you don't have to. All Graphlinq is basically a drag and drop way of writing hundreds of lines of code. This is huge for improving productivity, allowing people to automate tasks like creating trade orders, sending mail, creating tokens like NFTs, sending a social media alert, and a whole lot more. On top of everything, it is super cheap. Operations on Graphlinq only charge GLQ based on the amount of nodes executed. So they're not charging you Ethereum. Even though they are an Ethereum token, they're not charging you the Ethereum. The only thing they're charging you is the GLQ token, which is extremely cheap. And remember, guys, the price, market cap, and volume is still extremely low right now. I think this definitely has an excellent chance to grow in the future. Before I go any further, guys, I wanted to talk with you a little bit about my Patreon. If you guys have not already seen it, the link is down below in the description. But if you guys would like to support the channel and support my mission to becoming a full-time YouTuber, I'd really appreciate checking it out down below in the description. I also offer my crypto alerts on some of my higher tier subscriptions on Patreon. So if you guys are interested in learning what cryptos I am interested in, definitely check it out, link down below in the description. The second one we're going to cover is one of my all-time favorite cryptos of all time, and anybody who watches my live streams can attest to this. We're talking about Verasity, or VRA. This has been one of my all-time favorites for a very long time, and I think for good reason. I first heard about these guys back on Twitter probably around March of this year, and it's been one of my best investments to date. The thing I love about them is that what they're doing is really easy to understand. They describe themselves as a protocol and product layer platform for esports and video entertainment. Simply put, they are trying to increase engagement and ad revenue for video publishers. This includes their brand new proof of use system, which is literally insane. But don't believe me, believe who they're working with. They've integrated and ready to be used on YouTube, Twitch, Venmo, and so much more. They also have a lot of esports related projects coming up in the near future, including Vera Esports, which has a watch and earn feature. I mean, these guys are really branching out into the whole esports world and trying to bring that into crypto. It's pretty amazing stuff. And this feature basically would allow us to stream stuff, compete on their website, and gives advertisers the benefit of the proof of view technology. So they're still making great money. And on top of everything, they have pretty much all of the best team sort of elements that any crypto project should need. These guys show their faces, they have credentials, they're transparent, you could look them up online, they're everywhere. These guys really are bringing the receipts. The final one I wanted to talk about with you guys is Ankr. So this may be a little bit higher cap than some of the coins on my list, but I really think it is worth mentioning. So Ankr is trying to break into the Web 3.0 world, which is one of the hottest crypto industries right now. If you don't know what Web 3.0 is, it's basically our internet now, only decentralized. So, for example, a Web 2.0 application would be, say, Twitter. Twitter's owned, of course, by a central authority. You guys know this. It's the Twitter company, and they control everything that goes on. Web 3.0 seeks to do that, but changing who is in charge. They're placing you in charge. They are decentralizing the entire social media platform. So by deploying nodes, staking, or offering up your hardware under proof of work, you're basically contributing to whatever Web 3.0 applications want you to do. So you could see why Ankr would be interested in this. This is a huge thing. So what they are trying to do is make Web 3.0 a little bit easier to get into by giving us a way to stake tokens in an easier way. Ankr understands that running nodes are typically hard to do and requires a lot of technical knowledge and hardware. Because if you asked me right now, hey Matt, go run a node, I would have no idea what to do. No idea. And I think most people watching this video could probably agree. It's extremely difficult to get involved in any of this crypto tech at this level, and Ankr is basically trying to change that. They're working on a way for you to stake your tokens, create decentralized applications, or dApps if you haven't heard of them, and you could do all this now without being a tech guru. Ankr is essentially making it their mission to help you get involved in Web 3.0 and get started developing apps, doing all of these things without being someone who is extremely well versed in tech, which is kind of a commonality among these three cryptos that I mentioned today. The goal is to get you involved in something without having technical crypto knowledge. And I think this is the future because there are so many people who have millions of dollars, maybe billions of dollars, but don't have the ability to understand the coding, the science behind crypto like someone like Elon Musk might. Because love him or hate him, you could say anything about Elon Musk, he really does seem to understand roughly what crypto does in a more technical sense, probably because of his experience with Tesla. You get the picture. But the average person, the average investor, someone who may have a few $100,000, a few $100 million, the price really doesn't matter. The average person who throws a lot of money into stocks or any kind of asset has a hard time branching into crypto without the help of Coinbase or Binance or some exchange to just go and buy the top 10 market cap coins and call it a day. In order for people to really delve into what crypto has to offer, including being a node validator, offering up your hardware, understanding the difference between proof of work, proof of stake, all that stuff which has been, sort of lingering on the minds of so many people for over the past 5-10 years, in order to really unpack that stuff and fully understand it, you're going to need some help. And the three coins that I mentioned on my list today are really designed to help bring other industries into crypto. Because remember, Graphlinq is designed to help bring the sort of coding world into a more mainstream way without having to write hundreds of lines of code, rather use pre-built templates. Verasity is trying to bring the esports world into crypto and try to get advertisers a little bit more into placing advertisements through, of course, the proof of use system. It's innovative stuff, and it's another great way to merge these two communities. And of course, Ankr is really trying to get you interested in staking your tokens, creating these decentralized applications without being the ultimate tech guru. And of course, I think that's going to help a lot in the near future. So if you guys enjoyed, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Let me know what you thought about my three picks down below in the comments section. Of course, not financial advice, just my personal opinion. My name is Matt. I'll see you all on the next video. Peace.